What's shaking, guys? My name is Luke Dancy, and welcome to another live Hangout experience right here for you and with you. That's right, we are here on the Murphy's Facebook page, YouTube channel, and over on the Murphy's Twitter feed. We also have more live stuff coming to you very, very soon. I'm working on a lot of exciting things for you. Another place that will be broadcasting live. Well, you'll find out what that is very, very soon. All right. Thanks for joining me live again. We are going to kick things off like we always do by telling you what's going to happen on this week's episode. I've got winners from last week. We're giving away a couple copies of The Journey from Matt Johnson, which is really, really cool. I'm excited to give away those copies and get them into your hands. Find out who those winners are in just a couple minutes. I'll also be sharing more and more of your magic videos. You've been sending me more and more great stuff, and I'm excited to share it with you here on this week's episode. And I'll give you a chance this week to win more great magic. This week, I'll be giving you a chance to get your hands on 2 sets of the Grifter coins. That's right, we got 1 set of 4 coins for my Facebook friends and another set of 4 coins for my YouTube friends out there watching too. So hang tight, I will tell you how to get your hands on those in just a couple minutes too. All right, once again, my name is Luke Dancy. We are back again this week, my friends, for another live Hangout. Don't forget to tell me where you're from. Where are you tuning in from? You know, we are live. We are all together right now. I'm already seeing my Facebook friends over here. Hello. I want to say hello to all you guys out there. And, of course, to all my YouTube friends out there. I see you guys chilling out there as well. You're starting to kind of pop up here and there. And I want to say hello to you guys, too. Be giving more shout-outs as we go forward. But this week, it really is all about you. I'm going to kind of take this as a catch-up episode. Not only will I be taking some live questions for you and trying to get to those, but I have a lot of stuff that I've missed in the past. I've got some questions from you guys that I want to catch up on, some emails that have been coming in I want to catch up on, and I really want to focus on that. And, of course, I'm going to teach you another trick this week, too, so we got a lot to do. So let me kick things off by sharing this over on my own Twitter feed, and we will then start to get things going over here, all right? So once again, tell me where you guys are tuning in from. This is awesome. Each and every week I meet so many of you. I mean, I think last week we had people from we had Germany, we had Sweden, we have Philippines, we have, did I say Germany already? Germany, some friends in Asia, friends here in the States, just all over the world. We're all together, we're all hanging out. The UK, can't forget about my UK friends. Bobby Dempster's out there, of course, Mr. Bobby Dempster, and a lot of other great friends that are out there. Thanks for tuning in each and every week. I appreciate the support, guys. I do want to say that as well. So let's kick things off. I'm going to announce the winners from last week's contest. Last week, I was telling you about the brand new release from Matt Johnson called The Journey. It is an any card at any number project. The reason I call it a project is because it includes 5 different versions of any card at any number. Matt's been working on this stuff for about 6 years, and he has included versions that are self-working. There's stuff using sleight of hand. There's just a combination of all this good stuff all on this one project. And I'm going to give you guys, 2 of you out there, a chance to get your hands on that right now. Well, I will give you your copies. I'm going to have them sent to you. Last week, I had my card, the 8 of clubs, and I put it into my deck, and I shuffled it up. And I already know where it is in the deck. We're going to count over on the jam cam in just a minute, and then I'll announce who those winners are. All right, so the 8 of clubs, we're going to find out where it is right about now. So welcome, my friends, to the Jam Cam. We are going to announce this week's winner. Remember, last week, all you had to do was give me a number between 1 and 52, and it could be 1 and 52 as well, to find out where that 8 of clubs is. And I also did mention last week I was going to turn the deck face up and do this. That way you can see exactly that there are no duplicate cards, and I'm not messing with you. All right, so let's count down together to find out where the 8 of clubs is. Where the 8 actually lies is the number that it's at, right? Not before, not after, where it is. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The 8 of clubs at the 23rd position. You saw it here. You saw it live with me right now. And I already have it queued up as far as who the winners are from the contest. So let me pull those up right now. You guys, once again, all you had to do was tell me where you thought that card was in the deck. And the winner over on Facebook that gets a free copy of The Journey is Mr. Jeffrey Calico Maycon. You are the winner. You picked number 23 right there. And so you, my friend, Mr. Jeffrey, have your free copy of The Journey. That's right. All you had to do was name the number. You got lucky. You grabbed it. And there you go. Of course, I don't want to leave out my YouTube friends, too. I have you guys hooked up as well. You also had a chance to get a free copy of The Journey. And my winner over there is Mr. Thomas Legg. Mr. Thomas Legg. Cool Hangout. My number is number 23. So there you go. We actually have a video from Thomas this week to share as well, so that's cool. So congrats to my friends. You guys both picked up a free copy of The Journey from Mr. Matt Johnson, and I will be in touch, and we'll have your copies sent out, right? And I'm excited to get that into your hands and hear what you think, right? And that's what's fun about this. A lot of people ask me, Luke, do I have to live in the States to win, or can I? It doesn't matter where you guys are. I believe both of these guys are out of the country, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jeffrey's in the Philippines. I think Thomas is in the UK, or he's overseas somewhere. So it doesn't matter where you are, all right? I want to make that very, very clear. So congrats to those guys, all right? Also this week, I'm going to give you guys a chance to win a copy of something that's brand new. These just became available for purchase. They were on pre-sale for a while. And these are the beautiful GRIFTERS coins. These things, the detail, the design, and just the fact that they're made to handle, they're basically made for coin magic. You can see the beautiful front of that, very beautiful artwork, and then here's the back of them as well. Just really nice custom stuff for you guys, and the milling on the edges is perfect for palming, keep everything together. And I want you guys to get your hands on a couple of these too. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I've got mine right here. I've got mine. These come in nice little packaging. I like this a lot. So all you have to do is, if you're watching over on Facebook, all you need to do, once again, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're out there. Let me know you're watching, and I will pick someone from that list of people. You're not just going to get one of these. I don't want to do that to you. You guys will get a set of 4. A set of 4 of these. These are sold individually, but I talked to the team and I said, look, my friends can't do magic with just one of these. I want to give them 4. So my Facebook friends, all you gotta do is give this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're out there. That's how I know you're out there watching. And one of you will get 4 of these beautiful GRIFTERS coins in your hands. You can do some magic with them, right? Same thing for my YouTube friends, of course. You're watching live right now. You guys cannot post the video or with the video right now because those comments aren't saved. So once the video goes up, all you need to do is post a comment, leave me some feedback, let me know where you're from, and your comments count as 1 entry. Both of you have a chance to win a set of 4 of these. Not just going to get 1 coin, you're going to get all 4 so you can do some magic with them, all right? So that's from me to you. Get out there and good luck to all of you, all right? I'm now going to show you the trailer for the GRIFTERS. This is Brandon Wolf rocking these out. I just want to give you a closer look at these, exactly what you can win. And then I'm going to come back and show you even more magic from you guys. You've been sending it my way, and I do get asked a lot, Luke, I want to send magic your way, but how can I do that? It's very easy, guys. All you need to do, you can do it 2 ways. Number 1, you can go to the Murphy's Facebook page, and you can upload a video as a private message. You can send the message right there with the video attached, or you can send it to this email address popping up right below, social@murphysmagic.com. We do get those emails. We see them. I get a lot of them, and they're here on the show this week too. So those are a couple ways. If you want to do that, you can do that after the show. All right. But up first, let's take a quick look at the GRIFTERS trailer. This is really, really cool. Once again, this is Brandon Wolf featured in here doing some really nice coin magic. So hang back, kick back, relax, and check out the GRIFTERS.
The art of the con starts with a lie. It's not about the object. It's never about the object. It's about what I do with it. It's about me. What you're seeing is a designed reality. A story to draw in your emotions. To create desire, I fabricate truth. To create obsession, I show freedom. There's a sense of adventure, a lifestyle. But my most powerful tool is your imagination. To make you see and believe something that's never existed. Your perceptions are my guidelines. Your emotions are my fuel. Your insatiable hunger is my weapon. The art of the con may start with a lie, but it ends with you.
And there you have it, my friends. Closer look at the GRIFTERS. Once again, you can get your hands on 4 of them absolutely free. Facebook friends, once again, just give this video a thumbs up, whether you're watching live or on the on-demand, so I can see that you've watched this. And of course, my friends on YouTube as well. All you need to do is leave a comment after this video goes up as an on-demand. Feedback, let me know where you're from, any comment that you want, and you're entered as well to get a set of 4 Grifters coins. All right, easy peasy. I love to give you guys magic, and I know you're going to have a lot of fun with those. They're really, really cool. All right, speaking of cool stuff, I want to hook you guys up with your own magic this week that you've been sending my way. I also want to say last night was really, really fun for me. I had a chance to watch the David Blaine special, Beyond Magic. It was a lot of fun to watch. Super, super cool stuff. And there's an amazing team of guys that helped him put that together. So I wasn't surprised that it turned out to be such a great special. So if you guys watching live right now over on Facebook, I see you guys out there. Let me know what you thought of the show. Maybe some of your favorite stuff, and same thing on YouTube. What were some of the favorite things from the episode that you guys liked? Some of your favorite tricks, or some of the stuff that you really thought stood out? Was there like one thing you really liked? And also, tell me, like, was Blaine back in the day, was he like the one that got you interested in magic? That's another thing I want to ask you guys is, I know he's been on the scene for a long time, and a lot of people, when they saw his first street magic special, they basically said, he's the reason I'm a magician now. Isn't that interesting to think about, too, that he just did a special, and there's now going to be a whole other group of people that are just now getting interested in magic, too, because of what they saw last night. It's kind of a cool thing, right? Yeah, that's how it works, right? So, yes, that is something I definitely wanted to mention, is that I did watch that. I know there's been a lot of people mentioning that here on the show already. So, yeah, I did check it out, and it was really cool, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So post them now. Post those comments, all right? But at first, we are going to show off some magic. The first one comes from our viewer. He's out there. He's watching. Bobby Dempster. What's up, Bobby? This one comes from him. It's a nice triumph routine. We'll come back, and I'll be showing off even more of your magic that you've been sending my way. Hang tight. And there you have it, my friends. Some goodness from Bobby Dempster. He's a regular on the show. We love to see what Bobby's up to, and it looks like he's having some fun with Triumph, so that's cool. That's one of my favorite plots. It's such a visual thing that you just see everything being mixed up, and then it writes itself. It's one of those things you can really do without having to say too much. You know what I mean? And I really enjoy that. So thanks, Bobby, for sending that my way. It's always good to see your magic, and it's good to see you're out here watching over on Facebook. Hello to all my Facebook friends. I see a lot of you popping up here, so it's great to see all of you. Of course, on YouTube as well, I'm seeing all the comments come in. In between the videos, I'll be in the chat more, typing with you, and I'll be in there. So if you have more questions, I can answer them here and in the chat as well. I'll be back and forth. I have a lot of stuff going on today in the emails, and I'm going to be pulling up with the questions and stuff. So if I don't get to all of you live, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to play kind of catch up this week, because there's been a lot of stuff I've missed before, like I mentioned in the beginning, that I didn't have a chance to get to. And there's a lot of good questions that I want to get to, but I'll try to get to some live too, okay? So don't worry about that. I see you out there watching. I'm with you, don't worry. So here we go, another video. This one actually comes from one of our winners from the Journey contest. This one comes from Mr. Jeffrey Kaliko Mekong. This is a really nice coin routine, so maybe he could use the grifters to do some stuff with too. So I don't know. Here we go. Check out. Here is Jeffrey. Really nice stuff. I like this new, I think it's called JW grip. I like the openness of that, where you can see your hands empty. I know I've seen Shutogawa did some beautiful stuff with that back in the day. I know Shin Lim is known for doing this crazy like visual stuff, hands empty, and then things just appearing and disappearing. Jeffrey, nice job, man. Dig that a lot. and it's great to have you sending stuff over. And congrats as well on winning a copy of The Journey. That was really cool of you to do that. And yes, what's up, guys? I see. Yes, I'm just checking out Facebook over here. Yeah. What's up? I want to say hello to some of my friends, usual buddies over here. I see Lazarus Benson. I see, of course, Bobby Dempster. Who else? I see Robbie Moreland. What's up, Robbie? How we doing out there? Who else is out here? I got a lot of friends. Let's see. Let's see my buddy over in Georgia. There's a lot of the things moving too fast. I can't keep up with all of it. And of course, all my friends over on YouTube too. I'll be kicking back and forth between Facebook and YouTube. This is always a lot of fun for me. So yes, more magic from you. This one actually comes from JR. I think JR is watching live. I saw his name out there. I think this is another coin thing. This is cool. And if you want to learn some coin magic as well, on last week's episode, I did teach you a coin routine. It's not a traditional coin routine. It's something where you draw something on the coin and the ink basically moves from one side of the coin to the other. So if you want to learn some coin magic, I taught you something last week, just as a heads up in case you missed it. All right. So check out last week's live magic hangout for that, the replay. But up first, let's check out some more magic from you guys. This one comes from JR, and it's a nice coins through glass routine, or coin through glass, I should say. Check it out. All right, some really nice visual stuff. You can actually see the moment when the coin pops right through the bottom of the glass. Good stuff, JR. I appreciate you sending that my way, buddy. Good stuff. All right. And once again, if you're tuning in now and you want to see your own magic on the show, wouldn't that be cool? There are two ways you can do that again. You can do that through the Murphy's Facebook page. Send us a private message, and you can actually upload the video right there. It's really cool and very easy. If you don't have enough space there to do that, maybe the file's a little bit too big, or maybe you don't use Facebook, which is cool. You can always send us an email with the file as well. That is right below now, social@murphysmagic.com. That's a great spot to send us those video clips to be featured here on the show too. So if you do want to see your stuff here, that's how you can do it. All right, cool. Because I know I see a lot of you asking, Luke, how can I do my stuff? There you go. And I'll keep telling you that as the show goes on. So yes, I am watching you guys, and I'm seeing some of the questions that are out there. Speaking of some of the questions that are out there, I did see some pop up. This one comes from Harry Stedman. So over on Facebook, he's asking about what's the best place to learn some self-working card tricks. That's a great question. When it comes to self-working card tricks, there's two resources I really like. The first one is a series of books by a guy named Steve Beam. Steve Beam, I think there's 6, maybe there's more now, maybe it's closer to 8. These books are called Semi-Automatic Card Tricks. And there's a whole series of them, but it's not boring stuff. A lot of people think semi-automatic, self-working, it's just going to be dealing and it's going to be counting and all this stuff. The stuff you can do, though, goes so far beyond that. And so I really think that if you're looking for, as Harry's asking, a good resource, those books are packed full of good stuff. And the other nice thing is, it's like an added bonus, I guess, is that this stuff will fool the crap out of magicians, too. A lot of it will. I can't say everything will. There's a lot of stuff in there using principles that a lot of people aren't familiar with that you can apply in new and fresh ways that will just, you go to a magic convention and you do some of this stuff, and you're going to leave people scratching their heads. So those books are jam-packed full of stuff. There's multiple versions of them now, volumes of it, I should say. By Steve Beam, Semi-Automatic Card Tricks. I have one thing in there. It's funny enough, I'm actually going to teach on this week's show. From me. All right, cool. So good question here. The other resource, I did mention there were two. Another really good one is, and it includes some self-working stuff and some not so self-working, but easy stuff. It's from Michael Amar. It's called the Easy to Master Card Miracles series. These are a little older, but some of the best stuff. He's handpicked some really strong magic. And the cool thing is, some of the volumes include some of the gimmicks that you need to perform at least one of the routines. I think some of them have like one of the gimmicks or one of the props you need for one of the routines. A couple of them do. And once again, they're a little older, but the content on them is timeless, and it's stuff that you can just fool the crap out of people with. So once again, that is from Michael Amar. That's the Easy to Master Card Miracle series. Those were out when I was kind of first started coming up with all this stuff. But the magic on there, man, it would still just kill people. And it's great stuff. And Michael Amar, if you're not familiar with, is a wonderful teacher and just a great magician and human being in general too. So you can't go wrong. Michael Amar, good question there. Another thing I saw pop up, this is from Mark Waddington, talking over on YouTube, not YouTube, over on Facebook about magic with iPhones. people thinking that it's related to the magic is related to the technology of the phone, and I agree with that. When it comes to magic with phones, I think anytime you have like an app on a phone where you can clearly tell that it's something on the phone that's doing it, I think it does take away from the appeal of the magic. You know what I mean? There is a really nice thing that people have used for a while now. It's called Toxic, Toxic. It's basically a principle you can use, and you can do it on a borrowed phone, and you can do some really cool stuff with. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but it's a really, really cool thing. You can do it on the spot, and you can do that with a borrowed phone. There's some other great magic, but yeah, when it comes to stuff with cell phones, I've always been kind of that same thought process of, well, I don't want people just to think it's the phone that's doing the magic. You know what I mean? That takes away the appeal. Oh, it's just technology, it's just that. And that's why I came up with my trick capture, because you could do the coin in the phone thing, with the app where it looks like it's moving around, you take it out, but you could only do it with your phone. So I wanted to do that with my phone or a borrowed phone, and that's what you could do with capture. So that's kind of my thought process too, is what Mark was saying about that stuff. You don't ever want people just to kind of fill in the blanks that it's just the phone doing the magic. That's no fun. You know what I mean? So I like that. I'm not against stuff, but I think I mentioned this on last week's show. Greg Rostami has some of the coolest magic with apps, because it doesn't look like you're using an app at all. It just looks like you're just using the phone, different features, and you're just crushing people. I saw him at a convention. I think it was Magic Live out here. It was me and a few other magicians, and then he just kept doing stuff over and over, different things that he has. And the magicians around me were just blown away. And I've seen it before, and it's fun for me because I know when he sits down, stuff's about to go down. And so, Greg, if you're out there watching, man, I really love your stuff. And if you guys aren't familiar with Greg's work, that's Greg Rostami. Again, some of the best magic app stuff out there. So yeah, good stuff. All right, back to your magic again as well. This one comes from my friend. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Camarul. A quick little routine for you. This is a nice quick color change. I like this. I think I saw someone, I think this was Tony Chang, I saw do this type of color change first in New York. I'm not sure if this is Tony's or not, but it feels like it. But either way, this looks really nice. It's a quick little thing. So check it out. More magic from you coming right up. There we go, my friends. I really like that color change in general. You spread the deck, you see the card face up, and then you just give it this little up and down shake, and the card changes in the middle. I love that. And that's, man, if you've never seen Tony Chang, by the way, God, he will destroy you with a deck of cards. There's a lot of guys in New York on that scene that are just, God, they're so good. Tony Chang is amazing. I could sit and watch 3 people in New York for hours. Tony Chang, Ricky Smith. Ricky Smith is another just genius with a deck of cards. Doug McKenzie's another guy I really enjoyed to sit and watch. He does a lot of stuff, and it's so smooth and fluid and just good. Then there's some other good guys in New York. I mean, there's a ton of them. You got Ossie Wynn does a lot of memorized deck work, super sick stuff. Eric Goldfarb's another good guy in New York. I like Eric. You got Rich Pacone out there. I think Rich is watching. We got Rich Pacone out there in the New York area. I got some of my buddy Eric Brown watching it earlier as well. There's just a lot of fun stuff going on out there. And Cheng Lin. Cheng Lin's just nasty. Xavier Spades out there's a ton of people in New York, and it's a good scene. And so if you're ever visiting New York, make sure you stop by some of the magic shops or check out, see if there's any hangouts going on. You can't go wrong with some of the New York magic scene. Man, some good stuff. Yeah. All right, cool. Once again, guys, if you do want to have a chance to win some grifters, if you came in late, that's what I'm giving away this week. I'm giving away 2 sets of 4 coins. Now, when you buy these, you buy them individually. You get 1 coin. But I told the team, I said, look, I don't want the guys to just get 1 coin. What can they do with that? So my Facebook friends, you have a chance to win 4 of these. 1 set of 4. That is the beautiful artwork on the front, and that is the beautiful artwork on the back, right about there. And once again, if you want to have a chance to win 4 of these, you could do some magic with them. All you need to do is on Facebook, thumbs up. Let me know you're out there watching this. And I can see the list of people that have done that, which is really easy and really cool. It's just a nice way for me to see who's watched this and who is interacting with me, because I can't always get to all of you at the same time. So do that whether you're watching live or after the fact, and I'll pick one of you on that list. Get 4 of those grifters, all right? And my YouTube friends, I'm not forgetting about you. You guys also have a chance to win 4 of those as well. All you need to do is leave a comment on the on-demand once this goes on a replay, because your comments you're posting right now, and I see them out there on YouTube, they're not saved. So after the fact, you will have to go in, post some feedback about the show, tell me something you'd like to see, something that you like, something you want to see more of, and I'll try to do that for you. Or just tell me where you're from if you're a new viewer. It's always great to meet so many of you out there, and introduce yourself if you're a new viewer. Just say hello. It's always good to meet new magicians, and I hope that you decide to check out the show next week. We do these on a weekly basis. I do schedule them here on YouTube, and on Facebook I post up the events so you know when they're coming too. A lot of people ask when are they happening. I've had a little trouble with Facebook recently, so I didn't post an announcement this week, but I do post an event as a heads up to let you know when the live feeds are happening. But on YouTube, I do post them and schedule them in the live streaming area, so you can actually see the countdown timer of when I'm going to go live, right? Cool. Also, don't forget, if you do want to keep up with everything that we have going on, there's also a couple other ways. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, that's a good way to do that. As well, over on Twitter, that's another good way to keep up with us. I always post stuff over there, and that's, keep up with us here at Murphy's Magic. It's just a really easy way to keep up with us. We're showing off some good stuff from Mr. Yegal Masika. I love loops. I got to tell you, it's something else again. I was blown away when I found out the loops new generation. That you get 8 loops for the price of 5. Because I've used loops for years and years and years, and it's like, okay, a packet of 5, like it's fine. Like I got used to it, but now you get 8, and it's like, man, life is good. So yeah, I saw that and thought I'd mention it. And of course, another good place to keep up with us is on Instagram. Same thing at Murphy's Magic. Keep up with us over there. We're posting videos and stuff, and we're always having a good time over on Instagram too. And we're doing giveaways too. I gave away a Darkfall deck on Instagram last week. All you had to do was like the picture of the deck, and I think it was Nick Marshall, who I think is watching live right now. Nick Marshall won the free Darkfall deck. So we're doing stuff everywhere, whether it's here on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Everywhere we are, we're there for you, and we're there with you to hook you up with some free magic. So don't miss that stuff, all right? Because we love to make sure you're getting your hands on the stuff. And don't forget, if you have questions about any of the magic, get them out there. Once again, I'm trying to get to live questions, but I do have a lot of back questions too that I want to get to. I had some stuff about some things already. People talking about magic with cell phones, and we answered some stuff about, what was the other thing? About the self-working card tricks. And there were some other questions. Someone asked for some info on the double lift last week. I can't remember the name right now, but I did want to jump over to the Jam Cam for just a minute. I love doing this anyway, to share my quick thoughts on the double lift. I've done this before, but I want to share them again because someone asked some specific questions. So let's do that right about now. We will jump back together over on the Jam Cam. I love doing this live with you guys. It's a lot of fun. And I'll also, once again, be teaching you a trick here sometime here in the near future. So on this episode, I should say. So probably the next few minutes we'll do that. So hang tight. And if you're watching this as an on-demand, I will give you the time code on where this week's free trick comes from, all right? Or where you can find it, all right? So the double lift, once again, this is something I see a lot of people doing incorrectly because I think they're nervous about it. It's supposed to look like nothing when you do it, but a lot of people put a lot of focus on it, which makes it look bad. It makes it look tense, and that's not what you should be doing, because if you could really just turn over 2 cards, what would you do? You would just turn over 2 cards. You wouldn't do, you wouldn't do stuff like this. You probably wouldn't do this. Like if you could really just turn over 2 cards, probably just turn over the card, no thought, because you're relaxed, because there's no tension, because there shouldn't be, because you're just doing something natural. And that's something I think in general that people should remember with your card magic or coin magic, whatever you're doing, is how would it look if you were really doing it? If you weren't doing the move, but if you're doing what's supposed to look like the move, what would it look like? And I'm pretty sure if you were just to hand a regular person a deck of cards and ask them to turn over the top card, they'd probably just do this. Or they might take it and just flip it over. But they're certainly not going to be so focused on it and do something like that. So kind of look at yourself and give yourself a reality check. Like, am I doing things the way that look natural, or am I doing it because it's the way I am doing it as a magician? There's a couple tips I can give you too. I've done the double lift. I've worked on this thing for about 10 years. I do a push off, and I do some routines to really try to focus on it. So these are all doubles when I do them. So on a plane, what I'll do is I'll do a double, and I'll deal it, and then I'll do a double again, and then I'll deal that down, and then I'll do a single. And I just try to mimic the action to make it look like the single and the double, and I kind of just do this back and forth thing. A couple tips though, if you are kind of new to card magic, number one, you don't have to worry so much about riffling up the back of the deck to get your break, because a lot of people I see do that and they kind of exaggerate it. The other cool thing you can do, a very easy thing, is you can spread the cards out, and then when you go to square everything up, you can basically just stick your finger underneath those top 2 cards And then you can grab them by the sides and just turn them over. And then there's a natural break once the cards are face up at the back. So you can literally just grab it in that gap and turn the back over. I'm not saying that you have to do a perfect thing, but I'm going to go back to my cam for just a second. But I definitely want to send a reminder that the double lift is probably one of the most used moves in card magic. So if you are a close-up magician, you're going to be doing card tricks, right? You're going to be doing card tricks, and you need to do the moves that are the basic moves. Give them some attention. Give them some love. Don't just focus so much all on the hard stuff, because you're not going to use that stuff all the time. Think about the basics and the fundamentals. So those are the things you're really, really, really going to need, and you're going to use a lot, like the double lift. Think about how many times you actually use it, but how much attention do you actually put on it? That's the main question, right? So think about that. The next time you're working on the double lift or a simple move, think about how much you actually use it. It's just a little thought from me to you, all right? I'm going to kick back for just a sec. We'll jump back over to the jam cam in just a minute so I can teach you something, but I also want to hook you guys up with 5 free tricks. If you're new to the show, I post this every week. It's just a reminder that if you want to get hooked up with some magic right now, you get a free trick every day. You get your first one today. These come from Greg Wilson, and he's going to tell you exactly how to get your hands on these. So hang tight. I'll be back in just a sec.
I'm going to do everything I can to not sound like a sales pitch, but listen, 5 free tricks right out of my repertoire. They're fantastic, part of my immodesty, but they're impromptu. Listen, pens, bills, everyday objects, anytime, anywhere, you'll love it. Just hit the subscribe button, have a lot of fun. We'll see you on the other side. You can always hit the unsubscribe button. I don't recommend it, but did I mention free? 200, 300, 400. What? It's great. We'll have some fun. All I have to say is limited time offer. While supplies last, operators are standing by. See you soon.
All right, there you go, my friends. Some good stuff from Mr. Gregory Wilson. He's another one of my favorite teachers of magic. He teaches it so well, it makes it easy to understand. And I mentioned that as well with Mr. Michael Amar. Gregory Wilson's just a good guy, and you can learn some stuff. So there you go. All right, cool. I'm going to share a couple more things from you guys. This one comes from my friend Nero Mathers. I'm going to share this with you. It's a nice routine put together. And then we'll jump over to the jam cam after this, and I will teach you something that you can start to use right away. So grab your cards and get ready for some magic. All right, I'll be back in just a minute, right after Mr. Nero Mathers.
Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music.
And there you go, my friends. Some goodness from my buddy, Mr. Nero Mathers. Nero, thank you for sending that my way. I appreciate it. It's always good to see what you're up to over there. Got some good hands, man. You are a very talented guy. So always a pleasure to see your magic come my way. And once again, if you guys want to send your magic over to be seen here on the show, it's not too tough at all. It's actually really easy. You can do it two ways. Once again, over on Facebook, on the Murphy's Facebook page, you can do that as a private message. You can actually upload the video right there. So it's very easy for us to get our hands on that. Maybe you don't like Facebook. That's all right. Or maybe the file's too big for the Facebook place. You can also drop us an email. That is social@murphysmagic.com. That's a great way to send us those video clips as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, because I see my YouTube friends out there, if you guys want to send us a video too, you can do that through the email address below. So give that a shot, and love to feature your magic on next week's show. All right, very cool. So I think now, speaking of magic stuff, it is time for me to share something from me to you. This is a fun thing. I've mentioned it before that one of my favorite plots, I guess, in card magic is the sandwich plot. Sandwich stuff, it's a lot of fun. We all tend to do it because it's a very easy thing. We have our own kind of unique ways to do it. But I wanted to share something with you that I thought about for a long time with sandwich tricks, because it's like we do it, we get the card in between the other cards, the sandwich cards, and then we just take it on and show it. So this is something I put together, and I'm going to teach you that it's a way to reveal the card in kind of a magical way after the card is sandwiched. So enough talk about it. Enough talk. Enough chit-chat. Let's jump into the good stuff, all right? Cool. Welcome back, my friends, to the Jam Cam. If you are a new viewer, it is great to have you here with us, and it is great to see all of you out there over on Facebook. Give some shouts, and over on YouTube, give some shouts there, too. Love to see you guys hanging out each and every week. And don't forget to post some feedback, maybe some things you'd like to see on next week's show, or just some feedback in general about the show. It's always good to get your feedback so I can make the show better for you. All right. So I'm going to show you something real quick, and then I will teach you how to do it. This is something I came up with this, man, like 15 years ago. I call this warped. And once again, this is a way for us to reveal a sandwich card in an interesting way. So let's just pretend like these are the sandwich cards. I'm not going to bore you with all that mumbo jumbo, but we will have a card selected, of course. We'll just say that the card is the two hearts. All right, so we've got two hearts. We'll place it right here into the middle of the deck. Now, the traditional thing that we all do, which I'm going to do because I'm just going to do it. We're all magicians. Look, we got the 10 of clubs and the 10 of spades. All I'm going to do is snap, and now the card's in between. Now, this is where it gets different, because most guys at this point, they'll take the card out and they'll ask the people, is that your card? Because they have a card that jumped from the deck over to the hands. But I wanted to show it to you in a little different way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the card, I'm going to put it back in between the tens, but I'm actually going to cause it to turn inside out for your eyes. Make it a little more interesting, so check it out. Watch. Right about there. So you get the two of hearts, which is the selection, and now you have your two tens here, and now you can go on with your routine. So that is a little thing I like to call warped. It is a little sequence that you can do for a revelation of a sandwich card. Now, keep in mind, this is, the camera's pointing down on me, so naturally when I have misdirection or when I'm doing this standing, my hands will be in a little different position. But I did want to mention that because I know the angles aren't the best for this, but I wanted to share it with you because I did mention the semi-automatic card tricks book earlier, and this was in one of the original ones, one of the early editions, and so this is something I'm going to share with you this week. So grab your cards, and I will now teach you how to do what I like to call warped. The reason I call it warped is because it's kind of similar to the card warp plot, you know, where you place one card against the other one, you fold it, and then as it goes through the middle, it turns face up. It's kind of the idea here, but it's a little different. So basically what you do is you'll have your sandwich cards and your selection. You're going to get your selected card to the top, and you have it sandwiched in your favorite way. It doesn't have to be at the top if you don't want it. Regardless, all you need to do in your favorite way, have that card secretly added in between your two sandwich cards, okay? Now when you're ready to reveal, now you show the card. So this is where it gets different now. So you can do everything up to this point your own way. This is basically just meant as a way to reveal this card in a magical way, okay? So what you're going to do is, as you take the top card and you gesture towards the deck, you're going to revolve these two cards together as one over. Now, I think on camera, I literally just flipped it over as I was kind of gesturing. What I would normally do is, and it's hard to do it with the camera pointing down, is I would square these cards. These cards would come down to my side. As my right hand goes forward to point at the deck, this hand now, when it comes back up, it turns over. So it's like this over-back motion, if that makes any sense. So if you have cards in hand, have your sandwich card there, take these two cards, have them square, and now as you gesture forward, you're going to square these cards together. You're basically going to point to the deck, and then as you come back and use this card to point at these, you're just going to take this hand and you're going to turn it palm up. So here to here. And it's that back and forth moment is where you reverse the packet. So now the 10 is the actual card that is face down, and their selection's on the bottom face up, right? So once again, you have the card in the middle face down. You're going to come back, you point here, you square everything up, and now what's going to happen is these two cards are held together, but you're going to slide out the middle card as you push this card flush, because if you don't do that, you're going to see this card is here, and that's the card that they think is actually this one. So these are lined up. So as this goes forward, this gets lined up with the card that's on the very bottom. All right, take this out, and now what you do is you say, I could just show you this card, but that's not cool. Let me show you a different way to reveal what this card is, or to show you what this card is. I want to do something you haven't seen before. You've seen people just flip cards over, but have you seen them do it this way? And now what you do is you pretend to place it into the middle. You can kind of like struggle a little bit, because you're just placing it on the bottom of the two cards. And you're going to leave it sticking out the back. And now what you're going to do is you're going to grip the packet, the thumb on top and the fingers below. And I like to place the ring finger on this edge. Okay? And what's going to happen is, as you kind of do this waving motion, you're going to pull back the top card, the face-up card, and try to line it up with this face-down card, because it should look like the card, as this card goes through, it's turning face-up. Right? And because you have your ring finger here, this keeps the top card as it comes back lined up with the bottom card, so it stays hidden. So once again, this is your situation. Little wave, and now as it goes forward, it looks like that card, as it travels through, turns face up, which is a nice moment. Now you square everything up here. So you want to keep these, the top card and the bottom card together. Take this card out, and now the cleanup is a very easy cleanup. As you take this and toss it down, you get your pinky break beneath, above, I should say, the bottom card right there. So you have a break between those two cards. And you can do this very easily. It's basically a half pass motion, but you can do it in a very open way, because you're going to grab the top card, and then as you take it away, and I'm going to expose this, as you take it away, the left hand basically just turns palm down, and you do this like kind of slapping motion with the card. So this is actually here. Now when you come away, you can just show that there's nothing there. And it's just a way to clean that up in a very easy way. So once again, I'll do it for you one more time. If you're following along, you have the card in the middle. You have it here. You show that there's a face-down card. It came from the deck. Let's find out what it is. I could just show you, but I want to show you in a way you've never seen before. Put it in the back, and then as you wave through, that card turns face up. Toss that down, have them look at it, and then you do your cleanup. And that is what I like to call warped. Once again, a very easy thing to do, but once again, for me, it's like sandwich tricks are fun, but we all do the thing at the end where it's like we have a card, no matter how cool it looks, no matter how visual it is, where we get the card to jump up into the middle of the sandwich. The one thing we always tend to do, though, is when we take out the card, we just turn it around. That's fine, but that's why I came up with this, and I hope that you find some use for that. That is this week's freebie for you. So that is something I've been doing for a really, really long time. Not too terribly tough to do, and once again, you know, it doesn't matter what your sandwich routine is. You can add this moment in at any phase of it to just make it a little bit more fun. There was actually one other thing I wanted to share with you too, since we're talking about the sandwich plot. This is just a fun thing I was thinking about earlier, and since you guys are all out there hanging out, I wanted to share this with you just because it kind of jumped out to me. I've never seen this anywhere. It's not to say that it doesn't exist, but I haven't seen this anywhere else. So the idea is when you bring out your sandwich cards, this is a totally different trick, by the way. I just wanted to share this quickly because it's a fun little move that I think you guys might have fun with, is when you have your sandwich cards, get a card secretly in between them as you go to put them on the side. Easy way to do that is get your break under a random card before a card's selected, and then sandwich it. So now it's here. Sandwich it, and then put that 3-card packet on the box or on the table. So there's an indifferent card in the middle. Now when you get your card to the top of the deck, however you choose to do that, the selection, now what's cool is when you place these on top of the deck, snap and spread, you have a card in the middle already. Their card's actually here. So this is when it gets fun, guys. You can show these, and now you have your break underneath the top card, which is actually the selection. Put these back and out jog this card and lift up everything. So the real situation is you have their card on the bottom. of this packet. Okay, so what's going to happen now is another fun little move for you. It's a switch. This indifferent card is sticking out the middle of the packet, so it'd be pretty natural to come over and just pull it out and show it, right? So if you're going to do that, why not make it look like that as you switch? So what we're going to do this time is, as we go to take out this card, what you're actually going to do is you're going to push this one in, and you're going to slide out the bottom card and show it. As it looks like you turn this card over. So watch, like that. All right? And now if you want to clean up, let's say the deck's face down on the side, because there is a face down card here, what you can do is you can push over the top two cards together and then just drop everything on top of the deck, and now you're cleaned up. So once again, you steal off the selection to the bottom of these. The different cards out jogged, you pick everything up, square up, and now again I'm going to try to tilt this way for you. As you push the indifferent card in, you're going to literally use your fingers to slide out the bottom card and turn it over. So tap with the fingers here, push that in as you slide that out. And it should look like you're literally just taking that card out of the middle of the packet and just turning it over, right? So here to here. Get a really nice retention of vision. And then once again, push over the two and drop, and now you're cleaned up. So another little bonus thing, I guess, for you. I don't have a name for that. It's just something I've done for a really long time, and I thought since we're kind of on a sandwich kick today, I would kick that your way. So there you go. You got warped, and you got a little bonus switch that you might have some fun with. Maybe not even for a sandwich trick, maybe a prediction thing or something, but there you go. If you have any questions about that stuff, you can always hit us up over on Twitter if you want to, on Facebook. And if you kind of missed some of that, because I'm trying as well to answer questions, you can rewind this back to the points where maybe you need a little more detail. You can watch it again. I try my best to teach you this stuff, but I'm sure sometimes you want a little more detail. But I am always here too, so if you have more questions or thoughts, you can always hit me up, okay? All right. Speaking to you guys, I'm going to hook you up with a little bit more of your stuff. Then I'm going to start to wrap up this week's episode. And yes, so this is another piece. This one comes from my buddy Marton. I think Marton's out there watching. I think he's over on YouTube this week. See you out there, Marton. How we doing? Man, you guys are blowing me up this week. I haven't given you enough love. I've been so I've got a lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of giveaways, a lot of magic to teach you, and more magic now from you. So hang tight. I am with you. I'm here. I'm just doing my best this week to keep up. I'm playing catch up this week. I did warn you. So hang tight. We will be back after my buddy Marton shows you this crazy cool thing. There we go, a really nice visual color change. I didn't want to give it away when I said I almost did. I'm like a really visual, cool color change, but that would have ruined it. A nice surprise, really nice visual moment. Good stuff from my buddy Martel. And thanks for sending that my way, buddy. I appreciate it. I do see you out there watching live, so it's great to have you with me, man. Thanks for hitting me up this week. All right. And more stuff from you guys. Another good friend. This one's another regular here on the show, Ryan James McKearley. I always look forward to what he's up to. This one is a lot of fun to watch. And it's a fooler. It's going to get you. So hang tight. Get ready for some good stuff from Mr. Ryan James McKearley. Ryan's one of the good guys. I really dig it when he sends me stuff my way, sends it over here. And Ryan, I see you out there watching, buddy. So thanks for sending that over. I'm looking forward to what you have to share with me next time. I know he mentioned some other fun stuff that he's been up to, so hang tight and get ready for that. So yes, we have more stuff from you. This one is actually based on the control that I showed you with the warped routine. My buddy Sammy was requesting that for a little while, and I taught it on one of the past episodes at the end of the episode. He's got a nice routine that uses it, so you might recognize the control in this next clip from my buddy Sammy. So check this out. This is a nice piece, and I'll be back in just a sec. And there you have it, my friends, some sandwich goodness, where this must be like Sandwich Day, Sandwich Wednesday, right? From my buddy Sammy. So thank you, Sammy, for sending that over. And the control you did looked really, really good. I mentioned that to you in a private message to you over on Facebook, but I did want to mention it. I thought you did it really well. It's nice and smooth, so good stuff, man. We have a couple more clips to show you before I start to wrap up this week's episode. I had a question, I think it was from Magic Man, I forget the name, over on YouTube, about creating magic and stuff like that, and how to brainstorm and be more creative. Because I am kind of back and forth here. I wanted to mention a resource I've mentioned before. This one is from Roger Van Oak, I believe is the name. If you want to just kind of like get your mind in a more creative mindset, because I have a lot of people asking me questions about inventing magic and how to do it and any tips on it. I think the most important tip I could give you, really, is to just think about being more creative in general, not even related necessarily to magic, if that makes any sense. So this is a great resource for me. I think my buddy Kostya Kimlet turned me on to this many years ago. It was either Kostya or our mutual friend, BJ Bueno. I don't remember exactly, but it was one of those two guys. And this is called A Whack on the Side of the Head, literally how you could be more creative. It has some good exercises in there. It gets your mind thinking in a different way, looking at stuff in a different way. And I think as magicians, that's what we do anyway. But you need to be doing that more and more if you want to get creative and start inventing other stuff, because you need to look at things more instead of trying to figure them out, and more in a mindset of what if, or I wonder, or man, that'd be cool. You know what I mean? So this has been a great resource for me. I've basically made my living being creative, and I attribute a lot of it to this book. And so if you want to get more creative with your magic, I think it helps to just be more creative in general, and it'll bleed over to your magic, if that makes any sense. Also, just another thing I mention a lot, and I see a lot of you out there kind of agreeing with that, is you need to have some good fundamentals, the good foundations with your magic too. I've said that before, but I will say it again because I think it's very important, is that it's like a painter. This is the perfect analogy for us as magicians. A painter can have a lot of natural skill, a lot of natural talent, but if they pick up an easel and they have all these colors and different brushes and they don't know what any of them does, they can't paint. They can't use those tools to for what they're meant for, I guess is the best way to put it. So same with magic. You might know some stuff, but unless you know what your tools are, the moves, the sleights, the different things that exist already, you are selling yourself short, because you could know all this other stuff to help you take this stuff to the next level. And the other thing is, when you don't know as much, and I'm not pretending to know everything, don't get me wrong, you end up recreating a lot of stuff. You spend a lot of time working on something, and then you finally get excited to put it out or release it or to publish it in a book or something, and you find out it's been done, and that hurts. I've been there, I've done that too. So the more that you know too, the less that'll happen. It's still going to happen, but it'll happen less. And just with magic in general, if you want to be more creative with it, the more you know, knowledge is power. That's just a term with anything in life. So I think take a look, step back, and if you really want to start to create, you need to know what the tools are to create with. So think about that. Just another little thing that I like to pass on every now and then when people talk about creativity and with magic and creating magic and putting it out. People are very excited to do it, very eager to do it these days, which is fine. Just see a lot of people do it now because they think it's cool. That's all. All right. Over a couple more video clips to share with you, and then I'm going to start to wrap this up. Sammy, this is Sylvestris. A quick little bit with a coin and a poker chip. Looks really nice. I wanted to give him some love here, so thank you, Sylvestris, for sending this my way. Here it comes. Good stuff. I like the very slow, the clean visual change. Looks great. I love the size difference, you know, the coin and the chip. A lot of times when you see like a spellbound routine, when the coins are changing back and forth from one coin to another, they tend to be the same size, but there may be like a Chinese and a $50. I like that when you can see the small coin change into the bigger thing, right? Good stuff. Speaking of cool stuff, I like this next clip a lot. This one actually comes from our other winner, Thomas Legg. He was our YouTube winner of the journey. This is a nice thing. It's an offbeat thing. You can find this from favorite magic shop out there. This is a nice thing where you cause the Statue of Liberty to vanish. Check it out. There you go, my friends. That is a nice offbeat thing. It's always nice to see something other than cards and coins. Not that I don't like that stuff. And once again, you can find that from your favorite magic shop. I forget the name of it, but I like the fact they made it into a postcard. And of course, people always bring up David Copperfield making the Statue of Liberty disappearing. So it's nice that someone actually created a trick that you are able to now do that on a smaller scale, of course. But thanks, Thomas, for sending that over. I appreciate it. We have one more clip to share with you. This is a quick little live performance piece from our viewer, Tyler Scott. I believe Tyler, you're out there watching live. I think I saw you over on YouTube. This is a quick little bit from him. Get a nice little reaction from the girl. And I'll be back to start to wrap things up. So hang tight. I'll be right back.
So what I'm going to try to do is I want you to catch it. I'm going to try to put it through my hand. I just want you to see that I'm not hiding anything.
Okay.
Like that. So now what's cool about that is you can actually see where it penetrated through. Like the coin, like you can see where it went through here to here, and you can actually see the hole.
It's always fun to see people out enjoying this stuff. Not only the spectators, but the magicians that are doing it too. And I've been back and forth a little bit with Tyler via email, and you can really tell he really enjoys doing this stuff. Has a big passion for it, which I know a lot of you do. I mean, my God, all my Facebook friends, I see all this stuff pouring. All these great people out there that I see week after week and on YouTube too. I've been back and forth. It's just great to see the passion that a lot of you seem to have for this stuff, because I see the questions that are popping up. I see all of you together, and I can just feel the buzz when we're doing this together. So it's good when we get to do this stuff, and it's even better when we can pass that kind of feeling off to other people. You know what I mean? Because you could see she was having a good time. So if you guys do want to send your clips again, I'm going to wrap this up here. So if you want to see your magic here on next week's show, on the next week's live show, it's very easy. 2 ways again to do that. Over on the Facebook page, Murphy's Magic Facebook page, you can send us a private message and upload your video directly in the message. So that's very easy, right? And then the other way to do that is to send us an email. That is social@murphysmagic.com. You can send us an email and attach the video file right there, and we can put it right here on the show. And of course, give you the credit that you deserve as well, right? So whether you're working on magic that you bought, maybe some of your own stuff, or you're just practicing and you want some advice, you can send us those clips over, okay? The other thing, if you guys want to do, if you want to be seen on the show and you don't have any magic you want to show, but you still want to be here, you can do that too. You can film yourself, you can video yourself asking questions, and I can put those video questions here on the show too. It's just another thing that I might try out. If you guys are into it, we'll do it. If not, no big deal. I can take live questions, which we'll do a lot more live questions next week. Once again, this was meant to be the catch-up show. So you guys and your live questions, I can definitely get to them next week. But I will be in on Facebook to go in and answer any questions you guys have after the fact. I go in, I always respond to everybody. So if you are watching on Facebook, post your questions now. I can go in and I can type in and respond after the show is even over. And if you're watching on demand, I'll do the exact same thing. I'm there for you and with you, okay? And on YouTube, I always go in. You guys leave those comments. I always go in and respond to those too. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm out there, and I am definitely not ignoring you. That's for sure, all right? Cool. So that's the email address one more time. If you want to get in touch with us, send us those magic clips. That's a great way. And if you are tuning in late and you want to have a chance to win 4 of the GRIFTERS coins, my Facebook friends, well, all you need to do, and I'll give you a nice little look at these, is to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you've watched this, that you're out there, and I can see a whole list of the people that have watched this episode, whether you're watching live right now or on demand. There's the back of those coins. Don't they look nice? These were designed for coin magic. They have a nice grip, nice milling, and they just have a nice kind of texture and feel to them that make them easy to palm and hold on to, which is important. So the GRIFTERS, you know, once again, the team, they wanted me to, they sent me one of these, and I go, no, I can't just give away one. I want you guys to have 4 to play with. So Facebook friends, thumbs up. I'll look at the list, pick one of you to send a group of 4 of these to. And there's also some nice instructions and some routines that you could do with these that's included. I think there's 7 routines you get to learn with these, which is cool. And then my YouTube friends, you also get a chance to win 4 of these as a set. All you need to do is leave a comment, whether you're leaving some feedback for the show, maybe if you're a new viewer, let me know where you're tuning in from, what you like about the show, or anything else. And you guys each have 1 comment as an entry. And I'll go through and I'll pick one of you to win 4 GRIFTERS coins as well. All right, so Facebook, you know what to do. YouTube, you know what to do. And now it's up to you to have your chance to get your hands on some of these guys, all right? So good luck to all of you out there, and we'll find out who those winners are next week. Congrats to the winners from this week's show, or last week's contest, I should say, for the journey. Those winners, once again, were, I'm going to pop them up on the screen because they deserve a little more love, right? Those winners were, Facebook winner was Mr. Jeffrey Kaliko Mekong. He chose the number 23. That's because the card that I named last week, it was at the 23rd position to go hand in hand with the journey any card at any number theme, right? So congrats to Mr. Jeffrey. And of course, our other winner came from YouTube. Want to give them some love as well. And that winner was the guy I just mentioned a couple moments ago, Mr. Thomas Legg. And he also chose the number 23. And so he is the YouTube winner, who also gets a free copy of The Journey from Mr. Matt Johnson. So congrats to you guys, and thanks to all of you for tuning in live this week. I'm going to wrap this up in just a second here, the way I always do. But I do want to say that, once again, I'll be here after the fact answering questions. And next week will definitely be much more back on you guys and your live questions. So I have been here and seeing you. Had a lot of good stuff, though, coming in the meantime. And so if you do have questions that you want in the meantime, you can drop us a message on the Murphy's Facebook page, on the Twitter, even through Instagram, the private message, or social at murphysmagic.com. We can try to help you out there, too. And you can send us those video clips there, too. So this is always a lot of fun for me. I love hanging out with you guys, as always. It's fun to chill and to share some magic and all that. And if you're coming in late, I did teach a trick this week, and I will post the time code of when I taught the trick on this week's episode, so you can get there and you can check that out, okay? So I didn't forget about you. It's there. You just tuned in a little late this week. That's not a problem. That's not a problem, because we are live, so it's all good, all right? So I'm going to wrap this up the way I always do, and that's to let you know, as magicians, it's our responsibility to not only do good magic, but also represent being a magician in a good, positive way, right? And so we can all do that, and just hold on to that feeling that you had when you got interested in magic. Something got you into it. Something made you love it. And remember that just like last night when David Blaine was on TV, there's a whole new group of people now that are interested in magic. Maybe they want to try it. Maybe they'll dabble. Maybe they'll stick with it. Maybe they won't. But you never know what type of feeling or reaction you're going to leave with someone when you're performing for them. Even if it's just in a social situation, a casual thing, a one-trick thing, most people have never seen a good magician or a magician in person before. We take it for granted because we go to conventions and we're here together now hanging out. But a lot of people, they don't know good magic, or they haven't seen it in person. They haven't been affected by it. So remember that next time you're performing, maybe what you're doing for someone, and remember that feeling that you had when you first saw it, whether it was on TV or in person from someone showing you something. That's the feeling you're passing off to other people too. So hold on to that, and yeah, that's what keeps the magic alive for all of us, right? Cool. All right, my friends. I had a blast with you this week. We are going to get out of here now, and I'll be back next week. For my YouTube friends, I do post the schedule of when the next live show will happen. I believe I'll be back next Wednesday, I think. That'll be the 23rd of November. So look for that. And my Facebook friends, I'll put up an event on the Facebook page. You can see the date and the time as well. It's always going to be noon Pacific time, but I did want to mention that I'll put an event up on Facebook. So if you want to tune in live, you can find out exactly when we'll be live by checking out the events on the Facebook page. And again, on the live streaming feed over on YouTube, I post the schedule of when I'll be live. The countdown timer's up there. So, yes, all that good stuff's here for you. All right? Well, I had a blast with you as always. I had a lot of good stuff to share with you. Good luck to everybody out there and get those GRIFTERS coins. Good luck to all of you to get your hands on some of those, I should say. Congrats again to our winners for the journey. And thank you to all of you for tuning in. All the support, not just now when we're live, but also the rest of the time. You guys are always sending me messages and everything, and I'm glad you're enjoying what we're doing. We have a lot more stuff coming for you, and the holidays are coming up, and I've got some great contests coming up in real time. That's all I'm going to say. I've got some things you've never seen before, and they're coming for the holidays. I got some great giveaways for you, so hang tight, and I hope you're ready for those. So stay tuned. I've been working my butt off for you, and I can't wait to share with you what's coming next. All right? Cool. All right, my friends, my name is Luke Dancy. Don't be a stranger. If you have questions, send them our way. That's the only way we can answer them for you, right? All right, cool. Thanks for tuning in this week. I'll be back next week with another live Hangout experience. But in the meantime, have some fun with this stuff. Get out there, practice, perform, and just have fun. That's what this stuff's all about, right? Because I know I'm having fun with you on these Hangouts. So can't wait to do it all again next week. But in the meantime, get out there, practice. I will see you on the flip side.